Hi everyone, welcome back. Me, the professor again. So yes, I did enjoy making the thumbnail, and no, I don't really care if it doesn't meet the requirements of YouTube. I enjoyed it. So this week we are going to look at big news. So ChatGPT has released Search, and this is a direct challenge to the big search engines, the biggest search engine, Google. Let's see if it's any good. Let's see how it compares with Google. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is what OpenAI have said about the introduction of ChatGPT Search. It came out on October 31st, Halloween. And will it be a nightmare for Google? There are, you can obviously use it in ChatGPT, but there's also a Chrome extension. This is a big play. So in Chrome, you can basically download the extension, and your search bar here will no longer be a Google search bar. It will take you straight to ChatGPT. Really cool. So if you go down, you can see that it gives you lots of demonstrations about the weather, tells you about places where you want to go, gives you a nice look at what search would be. Enough of that. Let's get in and have a look. Okay, here we are in ChatGPT. The first thing I'm going to show you is something that's not ChatGPT Search, but it is a search, and it will allow you to search through your chats. Just a quality of life improvement, but really useful if you want to find something specific in your chats. Let's have a look. Gives you some ideas, and let's have a look at search for anything I've done on Gemini. There we go. So a whole series of chats, and you can click on them and go straight into where I've mentioned Gemini. You can go straight into the conversation that you had with ChatGPT. Positive. But anyway, let's get to the main event. Okay, so here in ChatGPT, you can see that we've got a little sort of globe, which is the search bit of ChatGPT. Now, currently not available in Canvas, not available to those of us that are on non-paid accounts. So I'm on my paid account, but I think relatively soon it will come. So you have to use ChatGPT 4.0, and then the globe lights up. Let's see if it works in 01 preview. No, don't get that. So ChatGPT 4.0, you now have this search function, and it's effectively a search in the same way as Google searches, I guess. And you can put it on, or you can turn it off. You put it on and it's blue. Let's see what we get. Okay, so first up, I've given it something very simple. Give me restaurants near where I live. So I don't know if it knows where I am, but let's see what we get. It knows I'm in Coventry. Takes a little bit of time. Gives me a map of Coventry, and you get these sorts of. I think it'd be a little bit cooler if these were down this right-hand side rather than having to scroll through them. It gives you directions on how to get there, gives you a website, and you can call them. Okay, you could call them on the phone. Anyway, Skype, etc. Nice bar in there. And it tells you where it gets it from. So TripAdvisor, cool. So you can see that it's the best places to eat in Coventry 2024. Cool. Let's have a look at what Google would have done with the same request. Okay, so into Google, give me restaurants near where I live. See what we get. So actually knows where I live. So whereas ChatGPT just knows I'm in Coventry, so I'd have to tell it where I live. Gives me restaurants. So we start off with some sort of advertising. Then we get the normal map, which is very cool. You can zoom in and it gives you quite like that. What does this give us? It's not as interactive. It just takes you to the list below. Zoom in and out. Gives you a list underneath, and then gives you a list to the places where it maybe got that information, TripAdvisor, etc. Okay, so I guess for something like that, probably right now Google's a little bit better. It knows where I am, and I quite like the fact that you've got an interactive map and you get a list of them rather than this sort of scrolling thing. But you know, it's marginal. Okay, one of the things we need to think about, how will SEO work with ChatGPT Search? Obviously, Google's been around for many, many years, and I think people know how to make the Google algorithm work. So, but we don't know much about SEO for ChatGPT Search. Now, I'm assuming that right now it's probably going to be pretty similar, but that might change over time. And I sort of have a feeling, as with everything ChatGPT, that this search facility will grow significantly, and it will grow and it will improve. But let's go and have a look at what SEO looks like with ChatGPT Search. Now, I know that the only thing I'm really trending in terms of Google, and I'm not quite sure why, but it seems to have happened, is in AI for the over 40s. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, ask ChatGPT, give me videos about AI that are targeted at the over 40s. And I'd be interested to see whether I appear in this search. I just turned off search. Yeah. See what I get. And I put the same into Google. So let's see what we get on Google. So as you can see, my video comes up number 1 on Google. Yes, I'm pretty excited by that, which is very cool. But let's see how ChatGPT does. And indeed, it comes up with my video, the same video. You don't get the sort of thumbnail, and you know how much I put into the thumbnails. But it also gives me another video that is mine, and another video that is mine, and that one isn't mine. So so on ChatGPT Search, I get the top 3 results, whereas I only get the top 1 result here. If I go to videos, I wonder if that's different. No, still only get the top 1. And actually my video around creating websites doesn't even get onto the first page, but it comes out on ChatGPT. So that's cool, but it must be using a similar SEO to what is happening elsewhere. So it hasn't given me any pictures of the thumbnails, which is a bit annoying. You do get the chance to click and it will take me straight to the video. There we go. And you also get your sources as well. Search results. So I like that. I prefer this, not least because I'm 3 out of the top 4 that ChatGPT produced. But I think it is better with these videos being shown. Let me just check that I'm not. No, I'm not. I was just worried that because I'd had the screen reduced that I was missing something off. I say, show me the thumbnail. So I asked it to show me thumbnails, and it's shown me some thumbnails of women in their early 40s, not thumbnails of these videos that it has found. Let me try one more time. So I've said, this time I've said, give me videos about AI that are targeted at the over 40s, show the thumbnails. Let's see if I can push it to give me a response that looks a bit more like this. I need to get used to that. Is not the button to start the search. It's this button here. This is the button to turn search on. See what we get. Pretty quick. And there you go. So it gives me thumbnails, none of which are thumbnails for these videos. Okay, so I think that's 50-50. A, it finds the right videos, which is great, my ones. B, I'm not sure it gives it quite the same. We get quite the same impact of not having some graphics and thumbnails, etc. Let's try some other things. Okay, so one of the things that you should be able to do is find the sort of latest news. So this time I've said, what are the latest polls in the US presidential election? And I will ask Google the same things. All right, so it gives me so you get a nice little explanation. Tells you that it's very, very close. ABC Ipsos poll shows Harris leading by 4 points. You might be wondering why this is of any interest to somebody in the UK. Well, I can tell you it is. I will be up on Tuesday night waiting to see what happens in this. Obviously, we had an election here in the UK in July, but I think the US presidential election is very important for the world. And so underneath, it gives us stories of from Business Insider, New York Magazine, and the Times. Obviously, you can just click through to those and see them. Let's have a look what Google produced. So it's got its own sort of section for it. It gave us some top stories rather than the actual polls. And then so interestingly, it gives us links to sites for polls. So whereas ChatGPT gave us the actual information with links, if you want to go and read them, obviously Google gives you links to the sites. So there's another step in the Google search. There probably, I would say ChatGPT is the winner. Cool. Okay, so I'm a sucker for bits of kit, and so I use Google a lot to try and find new bits of kit and the best bits of kit, reviews, etc. So this time I've tried the best camera to use on YouTube, send that off and put exactly the same into Google, and let's see what we get. So selections. So here we have a quick list of in Google, which is nice and useful, gives you an idea. And then here are some top recommendations. So again, some top recommendations from ChatGPT. I quite like this setup. You get a picture of the device, and then you get a little bit of information, and then you get a link to go through to have a look at best YouTube cameras for 2024. That's from Tech Radar. I wonder whether everything's from Tech Radar. Yes, it is. Whereas on Google, again, what you do is get, also, first of all, you get these sponsored ads. You get 3 sponsored ads. You get some also asks, and then Tech Radar is the number 1 choice. But I like the fact that you get different options as well, so you can look at different reviews, whereas ChatGPT hasn't given us that. So I like ChatGPT's way it delivers. I like the fact that you don't have adverts and sponsored adverts first. I like that about ChatGPT. I like the fact that Google actually gives you a bit more choice of where to go and search the information. And interestingly, it gives you videos as well, all of which I will have watched quite a lot of times. Okay, I'm just going to show you how the Chrome extension works. So I've uploaded the extension. It's in there. You put the extensions in here. And now in this bar here, rather than that being a Google search, it will take you to ChatGPT. So let's just go off this page. There we go. Take that away. And then type in the latest newspaper front pages in the UK, and it takes us into ChatGPT, which is the web, and it gives me tomorrow's newspapers. And these were for Saturday, because although it is quite late on Saturday night, the Sunday newspapers are not out yet. Cool. And it gives you a link to go through. It's Kemi Badenoch, who's the new leader of the Conservative Party. These are Sunday. Oh, see, these are the Sunday papers. Cool. There you go. So by adding the Chrome extension, this search bar becomes something that takes you straight to ChatGPT, and you get the search in ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT Search to come up with a graph of the Google stock price, and this is for the year to date. And as you can see, doing very well, as is Google. Look at this. Boom. Around the end of October. So it's a bigger drop than we've seen at any other point. Quite a big drop here. This one looks bigger. That is a bigger drop than anything we've seen. Is it related to ChatGPT Search? Who knows? I certainly don't. But it might be. Interesting. Okay, so there you go. I think that Google still has quite a lot left in the tank. I think ChatGPT Search isn't quite there. And of course, we've had Perplexity Search for quite some time, which feels very similar to ChatGPT's search. But with the reach of ChatGPT, with the amount of users, with the Chrome extension, I think that's very clever. Then it's certainly going to give Google some sort of competition, and Google's is going to need to have to think about how it addresses that challenge. So I don't think it's the end of Google. I think Google will still remain very strong and very dominant, but it's really cool to see one of the big players like OpenAI getting into this space. And I have no doubt that over the next 3, 6, 9 months, we'll see ChatGPT Search grow and expand with new features, and just about everything that Google has, ChatGPT Search will have, but it will also have that bit extra of being able to summarize, draw information together, etc., in the way that ChatGPT does that Google doesn't. So we'll see what happens, but really interesting. So not the end of Google, but great to see a new player on the block. I put it in my browser as an extension. I'm going to use it for the next few weeks. I'll see whether I push myself back to using the much more familiar Google. Quick and dirty video this week, just covering off ChatGPT Search. I hope you've enjoyed it. I produced a video earlier at the end of last week on the use of a bit of software, SEO Writing AI, which is a piece of software that can create blogs in one click. I think it's really cool. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. So if you want to learn all about that, how to write blogs with one click, then watch this video here. Otherwise, I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye for now.